Welcome everybody back to Stranger Damies, episode 101 here. Just finished up with a all RP session of episode 100 here, which is great. Got a lot of story out. Seemed to be fun, so thank you guys for joining us again. This time hopefully we'll actually get to roll some dice in battle. As being first time players, we make some mistakes, as you probably saw through episode 99 there. But so brief overview before we get into the episode here. You guys went through the tunnels, the sewers, heading towards Annie's stronghold. Walked through some, we'll call it mud, and and fought a right, and you got to the end, climbed up, found captured Tribeca, who told you guys it was a trap, and it turned out that Astaroth was waiting for you guys to make your appearance. Dropped down. You fought him for a little bit until Tribeca was able to get there and use Greater Restoration to take away the charm mind control effect that was on him. You guys slowly made your way inside the foreman's office to the left in the courtyard, and just broke down some backstory. You found out what Fred was really doing here. You found out the real history of Tribeca and partially of Teddy's. You found a weapon that you had seen on a former ally, but it turns out that this might be a different one, as it is quoted as the real Kraken on the list there. So you guys basically just a lot of exposition, a lot of getting story out, trying to figure out what we're going to do, and you guys took a short rest, attuned to any new items you had, healed up, and you're getting ready to head out to where Annie seems to be holed up. So Stallynz, any last minute preparations?
I guess that's a no.
I was thinking.
Wait, so how far away are we from Annie's stronghold? We're there, pretty much, right?
Yeah,
We're inside.
You're inside. Right. You're inside like a little, like I said, like a foreman's shack for this area where the deliveries used to come from the underground sewer / marketplace.
I mean, it's like London.
Right. Yeah, you live by a swamp. You have to deal with some things.
How long does the Ion Stone last?
Not entirely sure.
I thought it was just like forever. It's just as long as you're attuned to it, then it keeps you
dismiss it.
But I still have it up, so
I think it has hit points. If someone wants to hit it,
10 hit points.
Yeah,
an AC of 24 though.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Hard to hit because it's a little tiny pebble going around, orbiting around your head.
I'm keeping that up this whole time.
Yeah, no problem. Just remember that AC.
Mm-hmm.
And Pizza Tacos, remember you're up one more AC. I don't know if you can physically put it in there, but
no, but I'm at 18.
All right, so Annie is in the next room. So what do you guys?
What?
We're doing it.
She's just been waiting.
No, she's just
right
waiting
there?
outside. No. There's a slip of the tongue, and I tried to preserve it, and it didn't work. I meant to say Tribeca. Looks over you guys and goes, "All right, are we ready?"
I'm not ready.
For what?
Well, we got to go take out Annie.
All right, well, how do we get there?
Before we do this,
Yeah.
I'd like to ask Silquin, like, how he's doing and what exactly happened.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's a good plan.
I hope we have some time.
Briefly.
Okay. So, what do you guys?
What happened when she first captured you?
Well, he's like, all I remember is we were in
Large flip.
Yes, large foot. A general store back in Neverwinter. Then something grabbed my arm, and then I disappeared, and then next thing I remember being of full consciousness was being cradled by Mom over there.
Oh.
And so, but I don't know what happened. He's like, I don't know why I was the way I looked or anything. He's like, I hope you guys would have more information for me.
So you have no memory of
That's a
the
good thing.
entire time.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I guess that's good.
Yeah, my assumption would be if
Doesn't hold
something
up
did
at
happen. How
And he
long
would
has
know.
it been?
Yeah.
How long has it been, Sakura?
It's been a few months, I think.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So I hope I didn't do anything.
From what we know, you didn't, but
Okay.
we shouldn't think about that right now. Either way.
All right, and he sort of swallows, and he's like, and at this point you hear,
Oh no.
something land outside the door there.
It's probably just Cranor.
Yeah. and
For what though?
Does anybody take a peek outside?
I'll go outside. I'm
Good
assuming
peek.
it's Cranor.
Yeah. Yeah. So your Mercury Dragon friend lands and transforms as he's walking over to you and goes, "Where's the
You're
evidence?"
late. You're late. It's done. It's fine.
Okay.
We.
Well, at least you didn't use the flute for this.
Yep.
That thing has a long recharge period. So,
Oh yeah, we remember.
yeah.
But-
So,
Yep. So we rescued Tribeca, and she was able to do something, and he's now back to his handsome self.
Okay.
He looks just
And-
like me.
and hearing this conversation, Silkwin, walks out, and you see you are the only one that see this. The relief on Cranor's face when he sees him back in his half elf form, and Silkwin looks over, and I'm assuming you've started to come out of the room now.
I'm still.
Some of you.
I'm
I
still in
followed
the
Silkman
corner.
out.
I'm just holding the mace,
Okay.
and I start to cry a little bit.
Oh man.
Yeah, not like
I'm
full.
crying
I'm not
leaking.
full on breakdown, but just like
Leaking.
yeah, I start crying a little. Not sobbing, but I'm just crying and just looking at the
sobbing.
mace.
Yeah, and Silkwin looks over, and you see he's healed up from the short rest and all that, and walks over between Pizza Tacos and Cranor, looks back at you, Zakar, and goes, and just sort of nods to you and looks over to Cranor and goes, "You need some help up there?" And they nod, and then he's like, "Trust me, I'll be more useful in the air."
Okay.
Really?
Be careful.
Yep, and then the two of them do like a running takeoff and transform in midair.
And it's fine.
So guys, I just thought of something. Now when we get into the shit, we could use sending for one of them, and then we could use it as Jorkin for the other one. We could have two dragons
is true.
fighting by our side,
That's a good point, actually.
and they'll just eat Annie together.
Well, see.
One will take her by
Then
the
you
head,
just
the other one will take
lost
her by
it.
the legs.
I think we need to make sure Annie doesn't take control of one or both of them again.
Yeah.
Is that the
Cracking like a peanut.
right? Is that the universal sign for
Yep.
snap them in half?
Yep.
I don't.
Drawn
Since-
and quartered.
It's sort of like
Since
a
Silkwin doesn't
snap and a
remember
pull.
anything,
Oh, okay.
he might be
Very gruesome.
Yeah.
more useful.
Oh yeah,
with
like
us.
entrails. I'm
Just
thinking.
in case.
Yeah,
Since we're
just
going
two of them
directly
pull
to
off
her,
and,
she can't.
You know,
She won't do it
looks
slowly.
around, and Teddy and Tribeca are sort of like, "All right, do you guys that stayed inside?" Ready to
I
go?
walked out first.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Do we have a plan for this?
Never stopped this before.
Yeah, I think it would be the three of you, Latari, Tiresias, and Fred. Cigar and Pizza Tacos outside.
Our
Craig's
plan-
crying in the corner.
Our
Okay.
plan normally is full speed ahead. There's really no plan ever.
Okay. Well, just that I'm really good at disguising myself, and so I'm wondering if there's some way that we can.
Utilize.
And
it.
I
Get the
mean,
drop
I am
on her.
also the exact same as someone that they were all following too, so I can disguise myself as my evil twin.
I wonder when that's gonna come.
Gigantic air quotes.
He's gonna come back.
Yeah. So we know that. So Scissorit is somebody that she could reasonably expect to be here, who is not currently here. So we can use that as a disguise. I'm wondering if there's somebody else that we can disguise ourselves, like I can disguise myself as, that she would assume to be on her side.
Titibius?
Oh.
Yeah.
He kind of
That works.
I'm not there. Sorry.
But I think what from my
Welcome to my
rundown
life as a wolf
from
all the time.
She doesn't know that.
Ariel /
Speaking to
Rebecca,
the-
I don't know what
speaking
you
to-
want to be called at right now. She doesn't know that Titibilis is trying to or planning to betray her. So, yeah. Okay.
You
So
know,
Yeah, I think that
so
might be a good
she's sort of
plan.
not. She's like, that's a good plan. He's like, we need a backup plan just in case if she has the ability to see through disguises, which we do not know.
Good.
That's
Oh,
good.
sure.
You know, because if she knew who I was while I was still in this form and she's back to the half-elven form, you know, then reasonable that she would be able to see. The only one that may work is Tiresias, because he doesn't have to do much.
Right.
He could always, if he can,
change my voice.
if he can lie enough.
You sound like Mark.
It had the same voice, just to let you know.
Welcome to Earth.
What again?
You guys got any water?
Yeah, you would. The only thing we'd have to depend on with you being Scissorit is, you'd have to lie, because you would have no. You can just walk in as you are right now, and if you can pass the deception or something,
I mean,
and just
technically, I
say,
don't have to say anything. He can do all the talking.
yeah, essentially, you know, you
Oh,
can say
right.
you stole all that armor and we're hiding amongst them.
I could just say,
Mm.
I
You know.
killed him. It's mine
Oh,
now.
I don't have to disguise myself. I can be myself. Because, yeah, I can be myself.
I can
and then-
disguise myself as Ariel.
Well, so our hesitation is that she might be able to see through illusion magic.
That's true.
But I don't need to disguise myself because we can just say that
Oh,
I'm
that's-
hired muscle from the hells that
Mm.
Scissorit brought along.
Good point.
That's actually a really good idea. Because
Yeah.
I don't think she would suspect you at all.
And then I guess we can do like the good old fashioned fake handcuffs thing. That
We have done that before.
Someone got slapped or something. I don't remember exactly what happened.
yeah.
Which one of you is going to be the whore? I know I'm not there, but I had to say it.
Okay.
We'll explain
So-
it later.
Yeah, so then if you disguise yourself as Scissorit, then I can pose as hired muscle, or muscle that you hired, and then I can do the talking if you aren't good at lying.
It's not that I'm not good at lying, it's that I don't like to do it.
Okay. Still, point still stands. And then the rest of you can do fake handcuffs trick. So then this will hopefully let us get the drop on her, to make things slightly easier.
Okay, I like that.
I'm
Alright,
Well,
let's
bring
go.
it. Let's bring it up to everybody else.
Yeah,
and
let's
see
go
what they
tell the
think.
others. So you guys head on outside. Fill in Zakara.
Was I outside?
No, you were crying in the
Oh,
corner.
okay. I didn't know which
having
corner
your
I was
moment.
crying in. Yeah. Yeah. I'm
No,
having a
you
moment.
you didn't say you left. You just
Yeah,
said you were
I'm still there.
crying. So, you know,
He's still crying.
Yeah.
Outside.
you explain to Zakara and Pizza Tacos the plan. Annie
and then-
Annie is in another room over there,
Area.
you know, and to Tribeca points. So, do we want to go in as a group, or do you guys want to go your plan in first and then we come in as backup?
Wait, So you guys made this plan.
Yeah.
Who's going in with fake handcuffs? This one, the one that used to go by Tribeca, she seems like pretty powerful. My plan was very
Sure,
similar
pizza
to what you
tacos.
guys have just said, but my plan ended with Tribeca just exploding Annie's head.
Right. I'm thinking that Tribeca also does fake handcuffs.
Okay, so she goes in.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess.
Do I go in as invisible?
No, because she may be able to know you're there even though you're invisible.
Mm-hmm. That has happened to us in the past.
Does anybody have sending?
I do.
So if she goes in.
We can have her and Tribeca in handcuffs.
Sure. And then.
Is Annie gonna believe that? Well, I guess if you're Scissorette, it's possible that Tribeca would be a prisoner then.
Yep. That's the plan.
Yes, I was under his watch.
Okay.
I guess Tribeca, who tied you up and left you in that corner?
Well, it was, Scissorette. It brought me up through the underground, and then we went around and through the front. And you guys remember that when you were approaching him, you saw what looked like a female humanoid being taken up stairs before you fought him.
Now,
Yeah.
Sure.
evil folks like to tell you everything they're doing while they're doing it. Did he have a plan following that?
The only thing I heard him say was that he was down here trying to make sure no advantage came that would take out Asmodeus. He didn't like that there were certain devils in the material plane that were not in hell anymore, and he was basically sent up here as go make sure that shit isn't a plot against me, because
Okay.
as you know, and she points to Fred, Asmodeus a little bit paranoid, being the top of a lord of archdevils that all want to take over the #1 spot.
Sure.
Now here's a question. You guys walk in to Annie, like 2 prisoners. She's like, "Well, why are you bringing them to me?"
Yes,
that's
that's why I
that's
was
the
trying
answer
to.
to that
That's why I was trying to figure out
Right.
where.
Because she knows that Scissorette already has Tribeca. That's part of the plan that we're
Right.
going through right now.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, what the fuck are you bringing her here for? Wasn't
So-
she supposed to be bait?
Uh,
It didn't
well,
work.
no,
something
we
like
say that it did work.
Because
It
we're all
did
We
work.
have
They're
all
all
of you
dead.
we have
No,
all of
we're
you
all
in
here.
handcuffs.
Not all of us are going in though. Do we
Well,
all
we
go
can
in with
take-
handcuffs? Do we have handcuffs?
We have
Can't we
stuff
have?
in the
Don't we
bag
have
of
fake
holding.
handcuffs? He can make it look like they have handcuffs.
We
Pointing
don't
it.
have any shackles in the bag of holding.
Don't we
Doesn't-
have rope?
Doesn't somebody
rope.
have?
Yeah, if we've got rope, it's fine.
We
Yeah.
have rope.
Okay.
Okay.
Remember?
Well,
use
we were
rope.
saying handcuffs. I
I do
figured
have
you wanted.
prestidigitation. I can do it for me.
Okay.
I have
I mean,
that as well.
Sure.
Create a non-magical. But again,
Yeah, we can just use rope. It'll be fine.
We
How
also
do-
have to explain why Astaroth's no longer evil Astaroth.
She doesn't know
He's not
that.
there. He's in the sky.
He's in the
You-
sky. He doesn't. She doesn't know.
I think she'll figure it out.
Well,
Well, at that point, I'm hoping it's too late.
so what I'm imagining is that I'm just going to do most of the talking and say like, hey, I got hired for this and I was told you're supposed to be the one to pay me, stuff like that, so that it's
Yeah.
not obvious that
With us.
Scissorette is trying to avoid talking.
Yeah.
Correct.
I will try my damnedest
So
not
then-
to say a thing.
So you have to be
Stuff like
very
that.
cocky.
But
Yeah,
I'm going to try.
So we're all going in then as prisoners.
and then yes. So if all of you are prison, so we could say that Tribeca was bait. It worked. All of you are now imprisoned. We're bringing you to Annie to dispatch you or whatever.
What if this is all just a
Something like
ruse
that.
for him to bring us into Annie, and then she just kills all of us? And that was what he was really contracted to do.
I mean, I can show you my contract.
You can roll an insight check if you want.
I can just show you my contract. And it says the things that I said.
Okay, well,
Word for word.
Pretty
Inconclusive.
convenient that you had that, but
That's how contracts work.
I've never been gainfully employed. I don't know.
I pull out the contract, but it's like 20 pages long, and so I'm just flipping through and like, see, it says Ariel here, and then flip through like another 10 pages. And
It's
like,
got the
Damies,
it's got the
read?
stickers
Yeah.
where you need to sign and everything.
Right,
like
yeah.
that.
I
You-
really need
you
my
immediately
reading
notice.
glasses too.
You immediately notice on the contract as he's flipping through that it says densely worded and lots of run-on sentences, just like that contract you found between Tituvius and Annie.
I'm gonna take your word for it, but egg on my face is I just
While this is
burst
going
your
on,
bubble.
I'm gonna start praying. First time I've ever prayed.
oh man, this is awkward.
He's crying and praying.
Well, I'm still inside, I think. Right? Everyone's
No,
outside.
you
I'm-
followed us. I think.
I never said I
Right.
did.
all right.
Well, he has no idea what's going on then.
Yeah.
So
I'm-
we're just waiting.
I did-
We're just waiting for this asshole.
How do you all feel about this plan?
It's,
I think it's a good
it's the
enough plan.
best one we got.
Yeah.
It's the only one we've got.
Default.
Okay.
2 greatest words in the English language.
All right. So.
All right. Well, let's prepare as well as we're going to do it. I don't know.
Okay.
Let's just take out the rope and tie everybody up. And somebody,
Teddy.
where the hell is?
So Craig.
Oh Jesus. I
More
mean,
like no
Laura.
Craig.
I go inside the house thing
Okay.
and I see him praying. Oh, Craig.
No one can see what you're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's matter. Oh, Craig!
I-
You can't hear us.
Please give me a minute.
We are formulating a very important plan right now that you need to be aware of.
I'm sure it's gonna go off without a hitch. Just let me. I need this for just 1 minute.
Okay. He's
No.
doing something weird. I think he's praying
Yeah,
or
I'm
something.
trying
I'm
to
not
pray.
inside anymore.
I'm trying to pray.
He's
So,
praying. He's lost his mind.
I didn't know he knew how to do that.
What are you saying in your
I'll, dear
He's clearly never done this before.
dear Sunray, I know you're all powerful. I'm guessing. I'm still new to this, so I apologize. I need to know something. I received this weapon, and it's to the chosen one of my tribe. Does that mean that my dad died and my brother's dead? Again, I don't know how to finish this. Signing off. Oh, Craig.
Oh, roll an intelligence check.
Oh,
That's
we're
always
gonna
fun.
hamper this with an intelligence check.
2.
Close. 4.
So you don't hear anything, but
Right,
you do
I do this like real big thing. It's like
you do feel
intelligence.
like a warm breeze pick up around you, and it feels nice.
Okay.
You can interpret that however you want.
I don't know if that's a sign. If it is, that's kind of shitty. But
Is that the best you've got?
a verbal answer would have done.
I think I let go Craig talking to gods.
I do the Sammy Sosa peace up sign to Sunray.
And then
I put the mace on my back, and I walk out to join the rest of these assholes.
okay. And when he gets out there, you fill him in on the plan, so we don't have to go through 10 more minutes.
Well, what's the plan, guys? I need to know.
All right. I just pull out rope and start tying up Craig's hands.
So-
Doing fake knots that they can slip out of, stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah. So
Would
you tie
I
up
know that
Teddy's-
I could slip out of these knots?
No.
Don't make me roll, please.
Wait,
So you
Teddy
see.
is coming with us?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want that?
It's kind of awkward
I
to
don't.
tell him no.
I mean,
Why don't
We'll
you,
just need to keep our eye on it.
Teddy? I feel like it would blow our cover because you probably wouldn't be around. Does it make more sense for you to just, be within earshot? I have sending spells in case we get into shit. Maybe then you come in and
or
rescue
get back
us.
to the fighting, yeah.
And he looks down at the ropes that are on his hand and goes, I haven't had this done since Ankara. And
Okay.
and so, he goes, okay.
Yeah.
But he still follows you guys to stay within earshot.
Just,
Yeah.
make it like you're tailing us, so be not seen.
Be discreet.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you guys walk through to the back of the courtyard area. It's a fence with a nice big iron gate there. You open it up. It's already open. You walk, and you're in front of what Annie has remade into her stronghold. Here, sort of makeshift defenses, stuff like that. Giant front door. As you get there, the first thing you notice is that it is strangely unoccupied in front of this building here. No guards, no defenders, no nothing. You look over to your left, to where you're hearing all the fighting going on, and on the other side of the gate to this, you see, the Arashari going after wyverns. You see the two dragons, doing the twin dragon thing and flying around and taking out wyverns. You see Bort and Helga doing back-to-back fighting down there.
Helga.
It's pretty badass.
You see
It's the team up we didn't know we needed.
It's been a really expensive episode.
you
of
see
television.
you see Dario. Roll perception.
Everybody?
All of us?
Not Fred. You wouldn't know.
Dario.
That's 11.
That's a
and
3.
1.
21.
8.
So
16.
anybody over 20, which I think is just Zakara, you notice that a creature comes down and does like a jumping slash with their sword, and looks up, and these bright, beautiful white wings come out of the back of who you now notice is Dario.
Oh, crap.
And they fold back in, and he sort of starts
An angel.
slicing, and all the hits there just burst with radiant energy as he's mowing down the lizard folk there. You see over in the corner, kind of just half-assing it, but just doing something, the Margrave. Just sort of, you got it,
He's sitting
Dario.
down while doing it.
He's like really
You
good
got
at it,
it.
but lazy.
You got this, and of course you see arrows flying all over the place, and S is up on top of the highest perch, just
It's like
helping
everyone
out.
we've met is now in this fight.
It's like
means we're all
where's,
gonna die.
where's Sylvester
You
and
see the giant ship
Where's the big bird
from the
fuck?
Platinum
Big
Knights.
Bird Fuck.
And they have the they've put away the dragon ballista, and have now set up all their little mini ballistas to take out the wyverns. And then you see right next to after Dario flies by, you see Zakara's mom and a brigade of elves from Singorn.
This is an expensive show. Oh,
Come
man.
flying through and start going through the lizard folk and some
Where's the
devilish,
army of the dead?
fiendish creatures. As you know, it's
At my house.
the mixture of the two armies are sort of, it's like a war between
It's like Avengers Endgame.
3 different sides. So
Everyone shows up.
Take
you
your
see
left.
that
Yeah,
down there. And then as you're watching the battles go on, and your friends causing the distraction that you had asked them to do, you all of a sudden hear the door behind you creak open on its own.
Creek open on its own. Good.
I take out the real Kraken. I'm ready
Don't
to...
do that.
Nope. Keep your hands tied.
Oh, that's right. I don't do that. I forgot. I totally forgot.
The plan
It's a good thing he was
immediately
praying while we
failed.
went over the plan.
Yeah.
And it's over.
So do you guys enter?
It's not my decision.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So assuming Tiresias and Fred are in front, sort of,
Well, one's in front, one's in
but
back.
yeah, sort of bring each other in. I'm assuming you're in the back with Tribeca. Tiresias.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you approach, you walk in, and you would imagine that there would have been something here. It's just empty.
This is going well.
It's just an empty room. There's all different rooms because this used to be, like the main headquarters for Stillben, like the government office per se. For what little government this town had, it was mainly run by the Clasp and the Myriad. So there's little rooms off to the side, but this big main room she sort of just cleared out, and you just see her sort of just leaning up against a pillar in the back, and goes, "Who are you?"
Hey, I'm Frets and Frets. Cesaret here hired me to. Well, we found the bait that you that we laid worked, and I believe you wanted all of these people. We're bringing them here for whatever you want. Also, I was told that you were the one to pay me for helping capture all of these.
Roll a deception check for that part.
All right.
Had to bring money into it, didn't you?
Yeah. All right. So, the 19.
Alright. I will just use her.
Pray to God Mark doesn't roll a 19 here.
Pray God, you don't drop that shit.
I know what to do with it.
You know what? I will roll. I was going to just use the passive, but
Don't drop that.
she's actually has good passive, but I want to give you guys a chance.
Oh, you're so nice.
Her passive is 22, but
What a
that's
nice,
fine.
what a nice DM Mark is.
Yeah, she would have got it.
This is the lowest I can get on my deception check.
Oh no.
Well, 13 plus 9 is 21.
Oh,
Okay.
So she looks and she starts laughing out loud and goes, and just slow claps.
Well,
Who's this one? And she looks over at all of you. Why do you keep meeting the strangest friends? It took you guys long enough. And he goes, I have to say, I didn't think those idiots I gave power to would come in handy. But they distracted you guys enough. And she looks around the room. She goes, Tiresias, it's been a while since you've been here. I've done a little redecorating since you left so abruptly the last time.
Oh, she's a dragon. Okay.
Thank you, by the way. With your little temper tantrum, we would have never been so close to raising the queen. Because, my Axum wasn't too... He was more in it for the money than actually, being faithful to, Tiamat. She just sighed and she goes, oh, and she points to the rest of you. Well, thank most of you, by the way. You've cleaned up just about every loose end I had, including apparently, is apparently your evil twin. I'm surprised this one's still alive, and she points to Fred. And she's like, and you did so without me needing to mind control you at all. You guys were the best servants I've ever had. And she looks over at Fred, Teddy, and Tribeca and goes, oh, have I made that much of an impact in the Hells? That they sent 3 of you to kill me? And Ariel looks over at Tribeca. I should be honored that you took the time to show up here when you could have just easily ran away after I'm assuming you guys are freed. And she just looks over and points a finger, and you see the ropes on Pizza Tacos just fall off.
Oh no, what happened?
And she's like,
I think it worked, guys.
she goes,
I think
it's
she
really
knows.
a true honor. You are such a great bestie.
Is she talking to me?
No, she's talking to Tribeca.
Oh.
Still.
That one.
Yeah. It has been so nice to catch up with you, but I have some work to finish. So bye. And then she starts.
Deuces?
Yeah.
She throw a dab on
Bye.
the way out too.
Bye.
And she starts moving her hands to cast a spell.
Come on, you got one shot.
I am going to. I wish I didn't use that
Can I make a
6th
move
level.
to get in front of Tribeca?
Yeah, you gotta do that.
I cast counterspell at 5th level.
She's trying to get away. I don't think she's trying to kill
So
anybody.
she's deuced, so she
She's-
disappears like
she's-
that. Like
That's
that.
not a component. Yeah.
Alright.
So she goes to cast the spell, and you see it purplish energy disappear
Oh,
in front
shit.
of her. You notice immediately that it was dimension door,
Oh no! Did you roll a 1?
I did.
and Craig rolling on the wild magic table. What did you roll?
I rolled a natural 1.
Which means a little
Sorry.
break in the narrative action as Craig here gets to roll on the wild magic table. Let's see what happens.
Ah.
It would be amazing if you roll the one that says the spell does not work.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Alright, so,
That would be the best luck.
There's always a way.
so 0.
So okay.
So. So what is the 0?
You roll. You
It'd be-
roll. You
You
can
roll twice.
Yes.
It'll-
Two d10s.
The 0 just means it's a single
3.
digit. So it's
So it's
3.
3.
What is 3?
I have to find the wild magic table, please.
Oh, I
hold.
was gonna say it comes
Please.
after 2.
Second comes after first.
Finishing the narrative thing while Zakar looks that up. You notice immediately that spell was dimension door,
Oh.
not teleport. So
Oh, okay.
you cast the counterspell to a high enough level to just make it disappear.
Good, because that was my only 5th level fucking slot. Actually, no, I have one more. Ugh.
Apparently took out the.
And the next step in
Here,
this
though.
would
Oh, we got it. Hold on.
3.
It's very close to.
It not working.
Or whatever. For the next minute, you can see any invisible creature if you have line of sight to it.
Interesting.
Okay, not terrible. That could help.
That I mean,
It doesn't hurt.
doesn't
Yeah.
hurt. No. You didn't light yourself on fire.
That's
Or
true.
tar, or have a peacock beard.
Gotta say, we're using the what is this? The immersive battle map.
From where?
Yeah. Who do you
It's on the
remember?
front cover.
That's true.
This is,
We'll use this.
yeah, that's the closest one. We're not.
It
not on
doesn't need to
camera.
be perfect. Yeah.
So basically, we'll just use the left side of the room there.
This part.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, and we'll say she, which is this.
Fred
That's
and so we're
no,
like,
she's all the way at the back by the microphone. No, the other side.
oh over here.
Yeah.
Okay. So Fred
Outside.
Fred and Tiresias were closest, right?
Yeah.
So we'll
Oh,
say
I think Tiresias was, yeah. That's it right there.
okay.
Yeah, everybody is basically in front of Tiresias.
So Tiresias is
Tiresias
behind.
in the back. I moved in front of Tribeca.
And I think I gotta bring one person out.
I'll be next to Zakara. There we go. Now let's move him back here. I think that's Teddy, right?
That was Teddy.
Oh no, this is Teddy. This is Fred. Either way.
All right.
Yeah.
We all died.
I need one. I need the.
While you were away, we all
I
died.
could hear it
Oh,
upstairs.
I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to find someone close enough to be. Or, we'll just use something. No, that's got a shield.
Nice man.
We'll just use
Yeah.
this guy. It's close enough for Tribeca.
Okay,
So we already
so
have Tribeca.
Here, you do
oh,
have
right
Tribeca?
here. Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So we're good. Right next to the Tari.
Are we rolling
Yeah,
initiative?
she would have been actually.
All I know is I stepped
Back.
in front of her.
Yeah, so she would have been closer to Tiresias because he was acting as Scissorit.
So we'll say you're
Okay.
Yeah.
right here.
Okay, so what was the wild magic thing there again?
I can see any invisible creature as long as I have line of sight.
Fortunately, there's no invisible creatures in
Oh.
this room.
Yet.
Yes.
Yes.
So since that, and she looks down her hands, she goes, shit. So roll initiative.
Come on, baby. Not terrible.
Are you serious? First time that has ever happened.
Was it cocked?
Oh,
Polar
great.
opposite.
Huh.
No.
Cacked?
Well, good thing I'm
I
a
didn't roll
healer.
terrible. I rolled decent.
It transferred to me.
Yep.
Oh,
Then it untransferred.
awesome.
All right, 20 to 25.
Natural
24.
20. Or 21 now.
So 24 and 21.
That's good. That's good.
I'll be at
That's what we want.
It's okay.
Okay, 15 to 20.
18.
5 to 10.
10.
Tori, are you okay?
1. Sorry, at least you didn't roll negative.
So I'm gonna make.
He's rolled a negative before.
I have
Make a
Usually
Silkwin Tribeca.
That's good. That's pretty good.
And
We're all ahead of her. Except for Latari. Sorry.
Oh no,
No.
apparently I am too, somehow.
Wait a minute.
What was your number?
Oh,
Wait a
1.
minute.
1? Okay, nope.
Yes, I was like,
She rolled a 2.
Opponent?
Oh, 1 point more.
That's why I just
Like a
assumed.
free
You've
round.
done that.
No.
You've done this whole thing. You
I
haven't
never
made
rolled
her
a one
one.
until today.
She did. Yeah, it's right there.
No, Annie.
Oh, gotcha. So,
No, we have so many different opponent ones. I need to have.
Annie is Silkwin?
No.
No, Tribeca.
Oh, Tribeca is Silkwin.
Could have really used a long rest.
Yep.
Yeah, this
All right,
doesn't
so,
bode well.
Yeah,
Fred?
it's not gonna go well at all.
All right. Okay. I guess I will just move up to her. Well,
Now,
Is
do
that
we
one
know
of-
what she is? She is sorcerer.
Does she have her back to a wall?
Yeah, it's basically there's like a little basically how that little tiny room is behind her there.
Sure. Okay. So then I'm just gonna shoot her,
Yeah, you would only be able to get right there. Yeah.
and I'm gonna attack her with the short sword and dagger. Is
Okay.
that all right? Okay. And then those have advantage because she has not acted yet.
Exactly.
correct?
Yep.
So, 18.
Hold on, I'm pulling up one thing. I gotta have Tribeca up. Okay. So, adding here. I'm pretty sure 18 hits. But I
Okay.
just wanna
And then the other
double
one's 24.
check. 24 definitely hits.
Okay.
Yeah, 18 hits.
All right. So, 31 total.
Nice. It's good. Good start.
Good, because she's got 500 hit points.
Hopefully.
All
I'll be
right.
here forever.
So brings us to Zakara.
Zakara is going to cast Sunbeam on Annie.
Okay.
Is this the one that makes them disintegrate?
That's
That'd be cool.
Moonbeam, right?
She has to make a con 15 save to avoid taking half damage and become blind.
No, what's the one that you do that where they like?
It's a 15 I rolled.
She rolled a 15.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah,
That's what she
13
needed.
plus 2.
Damn it. Alright, she's gonna
Yeah.
take half damage.
I'm going to change this dice because that was way too close. I.
She takes 15 points of damage.
Okay.
How freaking far away am I? I can't count. I can't see the squares.
45.
Great. Do I get that back after a short rest?
All right. That brings us to Tiresias.
All right, I'm gonna move up 30 feet
Right there.
and use my breath weapon. It's a Dex 13 save.
Let's go check Dex. 13, you said?
13.
Nope, that's a failure.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's not gonna make a difference because it's not that strong.
Every little bit counts.
13 points of damage. Lightning damage. I don't know if it makes a difference.
13 points lightning. Let me just make sure she is correct. I wish this was a little bit better set up here. Because it's a lot better on my computer.
This is very
Stressful.
Nope,
this
she
is very
takes it full.
stressful.
Good.
So what was that again?
13 points of damage.
Alright. Alright, you got anything else?
Let's see. I'm going to cast Shield of Faith as a bonus action.
Yay!
Alright, you're to hit.
That's 60 feet, right? That's it.
60 feet.
Yeah. So that should get everyone.
That's everybody.
Yeah.
That's +2, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Alright, it brings us to Pizza Tacos.
Question for you.
Yeah.
If I were to animate an object, and we've done it before, will taking the coins out of my coin purse be a bonus action?
No, I think that they wouldn't be able to attack, so whatever you do.
So I could take them out, animate, and then use a bonus action.
What does animate object say?
Objects come to life at your command. Choose up to 10 non-magical items within range that are not being worn or carried. So I have to take that. So
It would be an
let's say-
action.
Let's say
Yeah.
it would be an action. Okay. So I'm not going to do that yet
Okay.
because I'm holding on to something. I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on her.
Okay, go right ahead.
And I'm going to sing a song, which I've written months ago.
Just for this. Pick up the mic.
Why Annie great till she gotta be great? She should take a DNA test. Turns out she's 100% a bitch. Boy, that girl is crazy. Yeah, I got girl problems. That's a wood elf in me. Bang bang, gonna solve them. That's the champion in me.
Very well done.
Good.
Very
That
well
was
done.
great.
That's 3d4, I think.
Okay, what's the save?
Wisdom 18.
Pretty high. Pretty high.
Mark's not happy. Mark is not happy with these numbers.
Doesn't matter. 17.
9. Not gonna do that much.
Alright.
You guys have way
So
too
that
many
brings
dice.
us to Craig.
Okay. For my action, see, I'm gonna move 5, 10. I'm gonna move 25 feet over here
To the left.
to the left. Let's see. Man, she's probably gonna save against this, but it's a good spell.
Go for it.
All right. I'm gonna cast 3rd level. I think it is that the only one. I'm gonna cast slow
Okay.
on Annie. It's a Wisdom 14 save.
That would be a 22.
Figured. But all right. As a bonus action, I'm gonna use a spell slot to cast at 4th level.
So you're
Bless.
using a sorcerer point?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Sorcerer point. I'm gonna cast Bless.
Okay.
At a 4th level, I'm going to bless Fred, Zakara, and Tiresias. So you guys get to add a d4 to your attack rolls and saving throws.
And that's just as long as this, all
As-
of them, and as long as the spell lasts.
As long as the spell lasts, yep.
Okay. So do you move or anymore? Or are you good there?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'll use my
Alright,
sorcerer point.
so that brings us to Tribeca, and she will. She's got 30 feet of movement, so just move her 30 feet closer. All right, she can use a bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon. So there is a. I don't have anything that would have. So there's a giant mace over top of. There you go. over top of Annie right now.
It's a giant dice over her head.
Just gonna take a swing with that. It's
Sounds like
18 that hits.
sounds like flame sword or whatever the hell that
Fighting
thing was that you
with
never
a
got
Yeah.
to work.
Stupid sword. I think I could put it anywhere.
And that would be 9 points of damage. As you see this mace come down and clock Annie right on hand. She said, "Take that, you bitch!"
Some stank on it.
Is the mace giving me flanking?
No, it's not a
It's
creature.
not a person yet.
Question for you, Mark.
Yeah.
Searing Smite. I don't have that on my spell list. Do you?
Yeah.
Do you happen to know the?
Tom should be able to.
Searing smite.
Yeah. Do you have that?
Let me
Because
see.
I just need to know what it do.
What it do, baby, do? I don't know. What I just said.
I was gonna say that I would have left out the last part.
Yeah.
What, I was
It's
gonna say
been a
what it
long day.
Okay, so
I don't have. That's like the only one I don't have. But thunderous, wrathful, and branding.
do. If you could look it up whenever. Actually,
it'll be easier for you to find it.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah.
I could Google it.
So, as it comes to
Manage.
Annie's turn, you see her look around and going, well, it's been fun.
No.
Bye. And then she goes and tries to cast a spell.
At a 5th level, counterspell.
All right, you have to roll.
Well, I'm gonna roll for the magic table first. So. Okay, so that's. I
Alright,
wasted
that's
that
a-
one.
It's a lot of reading, so whenever you're ready, I'll hand it to you.
3.
3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here.
So, she waves her hands around, makes a similar circle that you saw outside. With her hands, looks over at O'Craig, winks, and poof, in a white energy, she's gone.
I knew that was gonna be too easy.
Sorry, guys. I done fucked up.
Alright, so we're out of battle now.
Damn it.
All of a sudden, Tribeca just yells from the back. She's like, "There's a trap door back there," points behind where Annie was.
Oh.
And roll perception, because you're the closest.
Alright, 15.
15. Yeah, you can spot pretty easily with your dark vision that about 90 feet from where she was standing is a trap door that's sort of half opened.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. So,
I'm gonna go do that.
okay. Yeah, so as you guys head on towards that, the front door opens and Teddy comes in and goes, "I heard noise. You guys good?"
Maybe.
We lost her.
Do you still need me to guard outside here, or do you want me to come with you?
Yes.
Yeah, I.
Stay guarding.
Okay.
Always be guarding.
Yeah.
Alright. No problem. And he heads back out the front door.
The short sword of wounding, so she did get wounded from that. And
Yep, she would take how much? For
1d4, and then it's a DC 15 Constitution save.
Does it knock her prone?
No, I just
it just hurts her more.
does damage. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's roll the 3. And then, what was the DC you said again?
15.
Nope. See, I just gotta remember to do that.
We're out of combat, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna use some sorcerer points to get some spell slots back.
Okay.
Don't do that yet.
So,
I'm at a 5th level spells,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
so I need the spell
Well,
slots.
I didn't know if we were gonna regroup.
Well,
So,
just in case.
you
'Cause none
guys,
of us have
anything
shit.
you want to
Right.
take care of right now before you head on down? I'll let you each do one thing, if you want.
I'll just do a perception of
Okay.
where we're at. I was in 17. 11 perception.
I have one.
21.
Okay. Yeah, so as you notice, the only thing you see off to the right is there's a bunch of doors and rooms, and only one of them's closed. The rest of them are wide open.
Door number 1, please.
But you also do see
Curiosity is going to get the best of me, so I'm going to check the door that's not closed.
okay. You head over there, it's locked.
Would I also notice the same
Can
thing?
you check for traps?
Yeah, well, no, that's more for if people run around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I check for a trap?
Yeah, go ahead. It's investigation.
It's 12.
12. It doesn't seem trapped.
I will, assuming you mentioned something, I will pick it open.
Yep. All right, pick it.
All right, you pop it open. It looks like what you would assume would be someone's bedroom.
All right.
In here.
Check the top drawer.
All right, roll investigation.
Underwear drawer. 24.
Wow.
So.
Gotta know what's in there.
This was something I had a little later in my notes.
Oh.
It explodes.
No, because I didn't think you guys would go. Right away.
Mark, you really need to.
You mentioned a closed door.
No, I know.
I took
I know.
130 hours to beat Red Dead Redemption. Checked everything.
You see in the top drawer there. What was the number again?
Just 24.
24. Okay, so you'll get almost all of these. You see the on the top there is a letter from Scissorit to Annie, telling her to kidnap Tribeca in order to protect her from assassination attempts. It basically lays out that, you know, all it says, and you can roll history on this. I don't know if it would have to be it's a high DC for you.
14.
Okay, no. But the only names you see Mephistopheles, you see Asmodeus, and you see Beelzebub. Are the names you read on there. And it essentially says that you need to keep her alive because of Beelzebub.
Okay.
But the rest of it is just, you know, you don't know the history, so you don't know what it means there. You also find the letter from Tituvius, which you, knowing the history, you don't know how much of this is a lie, but it's his letter laying out what he would want with Tiamat.
Gotcha.
So it's partially what he told you and partially some new information. The new information is that he is trying to gather all of the betrayer gods and the leaders of the circles of hell to take down Asmodeus.
Okay.
Is what he's telling Annie his plan is. And then that is the only things you find in there.
Okay.
In that drawer.
All right.
What's back there?
Just some letters here, and I realized.
Okay.
An hour.
Trapdoor?
Yep. So, anything else before we head to the?
Can I just do a quick look around the room to see if I can spot her staff that she'd been carrying a while ago?
Right. She had it in her hand.
Oh, she
just to let
did?
you know. I didn't mention that, but yeah.
Okay.
She had it in her hand just to let you know.
Then I would not look
All
for
right.
it.
So, yeah, we'll end the episode there. You guys are looking at this trapdoor, and Annie has disappeared. There's only one place to go.